In the quiet, rolling hills of Nsukka, nestled in the heart of southeastern Nigeria, lived a young woman named Chidinma Okafor. Her beauty was matched only by the size of her dreams, which stretched far beyond the skies of her small village. Her laughter was a melody that could soothe the most troubled soul, and her kindness was so profound that everyone called her Nwanyi Obioma, the woman with a good heart. Chidinma's heart belonged to Obi Naji, a humble carpenter who lived just across the street. Obi was a man of simple means but immense character, hard-working, respectful, and completely devoted to Chidinma. Their shared dream was a simple one, a life built on love, filled with music, and wrapped in peace. But in their world, love was a luxury they couldn't afford. The greatest obstacle to their happiness was Chidinma's father, Chief Okafor. He was a proud man, a traditional title holder who saw the world through the lens of status and wealth. Love, to him, was secondary. Obi's humble profession was, in his eyes, a deep insult to their family's standing. One evening, the chief's voice echoed through their compound, his staff striking the earth with a resounding thud. "My daughter cannot marry a poor man who shapes wood for a living," he declared, his face a mask of fury. "You will marry Ikenna, the son of the wealthy trader. That is final." Ikenna was everything Obi was not: rich, connected, and chosen by her father. Chidinma's world crumbled. She wept for days, her pleas falling on deaf ears. Her mother, Madame Ngozi, a kind and compassionate woman, tried to reason with her husband, but his mind was set. He was bound by tradition, and in their culture, a parent's word was law. Madame Ngozi was trapped, torn between her loyalty to her husband and her deep love for her only daughter. Heartbroken but not defeated, Obi decided to face the chief himself. He walked to the Okafor compound, his heart pounding in his chest, and knelt before the imposing figure of Chief Okafor. "Sir," he began, his voice steady despite his fear, "I may not have riches, but I promise you, I will treat your daughter like a queen. I will work day and night to provide for her and make you proud." Chief Okafor barely glanced at him. With a cold, dismissive wave of his hand, he replied, "Love does not fill a man's stomach." The words were like a final, slamming door. The matter was closed. That very night, under the sprawling branches of the old Udala tree, the sacred spot where they had first confessed their love, Chidinma and Obi met in secret. The moonlight filtered through the leaves, casting a silver glow on the tears streaming down Chidinma's face. "Obi, my heart is yours and yours alone," she whispered, her voice choked with sorrow. "But I cannot defy my father. I cannot bring shame to my family." Obi took her trembling hands in his. His own heart was breaking, but his resolve was firm. "Chidinma," he said, looking deep into her eyes, "if our love is true, it will find its way. It will carve its own path, even if the entire world stands against it. Do not lose hope." But hope was a flickering flame in a storm. A few months later, Chief Okafor forced Chidinma to marry Ikenna. The wedding was a grand affair, a display of wealth and status, but it felt like a funeral to Chidinma. Her spirit dimmed, her infectious laughter vanished, and her heart became a secret garden where only memories of Obi were allowed to grow. Ikenna, for all his riches, was arrogant and unkind. He saw her as a beautiful possession, not a partner. Chidinma lived in a gilded cage, her days passing in quiet melancholy. Years slipped by like grains of sand through an hourglass. Obi, determined to prove his worth, had moved to the city. He poured all his pain and passion into his craft, and his name soon became synonymous with the finest furniture in the region. He was no longer the humble carpenter, but a successful, respected artisan. Then, one stormy evening, fate intervened. Chief Okafor, now older and frailer, fell gravely ill. The local healers could do little, and his wealthy son-in-law, Ikenna, was too busy with his business to be bothered. As the old chief lay in his bed, fading and forgotten, a visitor arrived. It was Obi. He had heard of the chief's illness and had come without a moment's hesitation. He brought medicine from the city and sat by the old man's side, caring for him with the same gentleness he once reserved for Chidinma. He did not come for revenge or to gloat. He came because it was the right thing to do. This act of pure, unconditional kindness shattered Chief Okafor's pride. He looked at the young man he had once so cruelly dismissed, and for the first time, he saw his true worth. With trembling lips and tears in his eyes, the chief finally understood. "Now I see," he rasped, his voice weak. "Love. Love is worth more than all the gold in the world." With his remaining strength, Chief Okafor sent for his daughter. He held her hand and Obi's, and with his final breaths, he gave them his blessing. He undid the knot he had tied so many years ago, setting them free to be together. Though time had carved lines on their faces and left scars on their hearts, the love between Chidinma and Obi had never waned. It had been tested by tradition, by pride, and by distance, but it had endured. Their reunion was a testament to the enduring power of a love that is true. It was proof that no matter how long the journey or how many obstacles stand in the way, true love, in the end, always finds its way back home. Thank you for watching this story of love, patience, and redemption. If it touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tales that move the soul. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care.